Hi there. Welcome to the pod, a project organizing device, a room designed for all things project management. We have board games, we have tools, but today we're going to be focusing on this beauty, the PMBOK 6. So as you know, it's quite a small book filled with loads of interesting, witty cartoons, but not really. It's got 49 processes, and as you know, it's got much more, of course, as well. Now, the trouble with it is understanding, with all the knowledge and all the material, what is the flow? What are the connections, the inputs, the outputs, the tools and techniques? And so imagine if somebody gave you a list of all the states of America, but didn't show them on a map. You might have trouble recognizing where California and Colorado and Connecticut, for example, works. But if somebody was to show it to you like this, well, then of course it would make a lot more sense, and you would know that Connecticut and California are on opposite sides and Colorado is in the center. And likewise with the project management knowledge, likewise with the PMBOK, and in particular, PMBOK 6, what we're going to do is try and make sense of this. We're going to draw a map. I'm going to demonstrate how you can lay out the processes, the outputs, and the tools and techniques. So altogether, we're going to see 49 processes, over 100 outputs, and over 200 tools and techniques. We're going to put them all onto one page. So I look forward to sharing that with you. Come and join me. It's going to be fun. Okay, so here's our map that we were talking about. And if I zoom it out, you'll see that we now have the map of the PMBOK. Now the PMBOK, as you know, has beautifully been separated into different components. So it makes it easy for us to digest, to navigate if you want. And page 25 gives us the best representation of the totality. So we have the 10 knowledge areas here, and we have the 5 process groups across here. And here you can see the 49, but not the tools and techniques, not the outputs, obviously. But so we see that planning has a lot. We see that the controlling has a lot, but not as many as planning, obviously. And then we have executing, but then closing and initiating. And likewise here, we have taken that idea and we have represented them as initiating, planning, executing, controlling, and then closing. So very clearly we have this light green color, and then we have the purple for planning, and then we have the dark green here for executing, we have the blue for controlling, and then we have the red for closing over here. So this is the PMBOK on one page. Looking forward to showing it to you. One important point is that plan, do, check, and then act. So there is this iteration in the center of project management, which is we plan what we're going to do, and then we do it. And then we control or check, and then we make some corrective action or changes if you want. Change control would be here. So it's plan, do, check, act, which of course came from the quality movement. And what we have added is initiating here and closing over here. So basically project management is quality with a little bit extra here. So we've got why we're doing it, and then how did we do. But the first thing we have to address here is planning. So let's get going on that. We're going to lay out the initiating and planning section, and then we'll do executing separately, controlling and closing separately. But first of all, let's look at initiating and planning as a block, and that will help us to digest the processes in the PMBOK.